Okay, welcome back to the tutorial. So now we're going to be looking into how to create the receivers. That means the dragon and the wizard. So first off, before we do anything, we actually need to start up a project in NetBeans. So I'm just going to open up NetBeans here and create a new project. And for the new project, I'm not going to do a JavaFX application. It's not going to be fancy graphics or anything. We're just going to print things to the screen for this. And you can put on your own GUI afterwards. So let's go for a Java application, and I'm going to call this Java application something like Command Pattern RPG. So go for that. So now we have a completely new product set up here. So we were going to be looking into the receiver part. So let's start out creating something. I'm going to create a package for each of these so that we'll know where they are. So for the first one, I'm going to create like a new package, and I'm going to call it Reciever. And inside of the receiver package, I'm going to put these two guys. So I want a class, and let's call this class a wizard. And we're going to create another class called dragon. So now we have a dragon and a wizard. So actually, dragon and wizard, as I see them, actually have a lot in common. I would say they are both avatars in this game, so maybe we could use some inheritance here. For example, if they're going to fight each other, I'm thinking they actually need something like health points or something like that, like the small thing actually showing how much health do they have left. For example, the dragon has maybe already lost some of its health, but this guy is doing fine. So here he would have like 100 health, and the dragon would maybe just have like 40 health left, right? So we need something to be able to control how much health is left for both of them. So instead of actually creating health as an attribute for both of them, or a member variable of both of them, we could just put that in another class. So I might as well create another class, which I'm going to call an avatar class. So avatar just means any player in the game. It can be a computer player or a non-computer player, something like this. We're only going to have computer players here. As we only have a wizard and a dragon, and nothing can be an avatar in itself, we're going to declare this class itself. We're going to be declaring it abstract, so that we can't instantiate an avatar by itself. We need to do that for the dragon and the wizard. And then I'm going to do some private member variables here. So we know that we had something called health. So we set that here. And what else do we need for this? Yeah, maybe they would both have a shield or something like that. Maybe the dragon has a very thick skin. Maybe the wizard actually has a shield in front of him made of diamond or something like that. So we want to implement some kind of shield, and we're just going to give it a value for now. Just a double value for the shield. And maybe we want to name them as well. They both need a name, so let's put a name here as well. So now this class avatar has 3 attributes. So I'm going to do what's actually best when we are implementing this interface. I'm going to force so that when we create the avatar, we're going to force it to have health and shield and name. This will make it easier for us when we have to create the avatar, that we can just automatically create this in the constructor, so we don't need to create an avatar, new avatar, then set health, set shield, set name. So we'll just do that directly like this. So now we are forcing it to set health and shield and name whenever we create an avatar. We can also do getters and setters. For example, get health, get name, set health and set name, and get shield and set shield. I'm using control space to auto create these. So these are just getters and setters. We're not going to use a lot of time on that. So that's it. Now we have an avatar. And now we just need the dragon to actually extend the avatar here. And because it extends avatar, we need to add the constructor here, and we just call the super constructor. And this is the same for the wizard. Extends avatar, and of course we need to have the same constructor as the superclass. So that's it. So now we have a wizard and we have a dragon, and if we look here, the receiver itself is not connected to anything actually. So it's kind of like, we can view this as some kind of business entity for now. So we just have like a dragon and a wizard, and what we can do, set shield, setters and getters, and nothing like that. It's not entirely a business entity because we're going to change it later, but for now this is fine. That also means that we don't need to import anything, we don't need to be reliant of any of these. As a matter of fact, this receiver needs to be completely decoupled from everything. So the command knows about the receiver, the client knows about the receiver, but the receiver shouldn't know about anything. So this concludes the second part of this small tutorial. So you can follow for the next part. We're going to be looking at these commands and how can we bind the receiver, so how can we bind these two guys to the actual things they can do. So we'll do that for the next part of the tutorial.